there was a new TSB that was put out, and in this video I basically share the difference on what the differences between the TSBs are on the 3.5 liter Ecoboost Rattle. There's a long video here of me talking and comparing the last TSB revision of the two before that, and then the newest one that just came out on the 14th. Honestly, the only difference between the one from September 14th and the one from April 14th is the fact that they don't want you messing with the computer no more when you put the new VCT units in for the cam phaser ticking, tapping, rattle sound on startup. They want you just to replace the components and don't mess with the computer anymore. So that's what this video is about. I'm trying to save you a lot of time before you actually get into the video and see me comparing part numbers and stuff like that, because at the end of this video I do show part numbers of the things that are getting replaced, and I do give my thoughts on some things, so you don't have to sit through this whole thing if you don't want to. But the newest update, the technical service bulletin 3.5 liter Ecoboost cold start ticking, tapping, or rattle type noise, is they don't want the computer reprogrammed, but it's the same exact thing as the last one. You're just replacing the VCT units. That's it. Thank you. Well, as some of you know, the 21B10 cam phaser reprogram was a failure. It was causing some people's transmissions to act up, and now all of a sudden Ford put out a red flag and said, halt that. Too many people are having issues right now. Let us try to figure out what's going on. We've got people's vehicles in the shops right now. One guy left me a message saying that his torque converter is getting replaced and his valve body is getting replaced. Another guy sent me an email saying now his torque converter is shot because of this program 21B10 and the dealer's replacing it, and people are having all kinds of transmission shifting problems. But there's a lot of people that aren't having any problems at all, so who knows what they could run into in the future. I had a vehicle come in a couple days ago and it was rattling real bad on startup. So I started looking up the campaign for it so I can get all the parts and stuff ordered, and sure enough I find there's actually a new campaign. So they do the 21B10 cam phaser rattle reprogram, and then all of a sudden they find out it's causing transmission problems after in the service bulletin it said the program is going to only affect the cam phasers, but little did they know that it affected the transmission as well. Then shortly after that, after they say, oh wait a second, everybody stop doing these reprograms, there's a new service bulletin that pops up, and it says the old service bulletin for the cam phaser rattle is suspended and deactivated. So let's look and see what the new service bulletin is. This is 14 April 2021, and it's technical service bulletin 3.5 liter Ecoboost cold start ticking, tapping, or rattle type noise built on or before 31 October 2019. This affects, it says this bulletin supersedes 20-2315 reason for new update, new part, procedure for same condition. Okay, so let's look. I actually printed out 20-2315. Let's put this aside for a second. Let's just see real quick what this affects. It affects the 2017 to 2020 F-150 with a 3.5 Ecoboost. It affects the 18 to 20 Expedition, which I'm going to be doing an Expedition on Monday. I'm going to start it Monday or Tuesday. And then it also affects the Navigator with a 3.5 Ecoboost. So, let's look at this kind of page for page. I'm seeing this article supersedes the old one, the one that's no longer active. It supersedes 20-2191 and 20-2166. So then this one's deactivated, and then there's another one that supersedes this. So there's three articles right here that are no good anymore, and they want you to refer to this one. Let's try to find out what the difference is here. So it looks like this first part right here is pretty much the same. To correct the condition, follow the service procedure. To correct the condition, follow the service procedure. Replace the VCT units and update the powertrain control module calibration with revised VCT parameters. To correct condition, follow service procedure. Replace the VCT units. Does not say anything about reprogramming the computer. So they took out here the calibration with revised VCT parameters. So they don't want that done anymore, but they want the stuff replaced. I bet you that's the only difference because of all this 21B10 cam phaser reprogram that happened. Because this came out, then the reprogram came out, and then they took the reprogram away because it was causing some issues. Then you look at the new bulletin that came out April 14th compared to the old bulletin that came out September 14th. So far the only difference is they don't want you reprogramming the computer for different cam phaser position. Customer symptom: ticking, tapping, rattle noise from front cover area on cold start. Symptom of ticking, tapping, rattle noise, front cover area on cold start. Note: dealers should only order parts for customer vehicles that require repairs. Because of part constraints, dealers may experience situational short-term back orders on some parts, which I am having that problem right now. Some parts I can't get, but I'm supposed to have them by I think Monday or Tuesday. This is the same. Oil pump, electrical connector, seal, and VCT oil control seal are the same service part number, so this is the same as well. It says intake VCT unit. So now we go into a parts list. Intake VCT unit HL3Z 6256 CD, HL3Z 6256 CD. Okay, so that's the same. What about the VCT unit bolt? HL3Z 6279A. That's the same. Left valve cover gasket. I think that's the one everybody's having a hard time finding, is that valve cover gasket's on. It's hard to get. 6584G, ML3Z 6584G. So that's the same. Exhaust VCT unit HL3Z 6 Charlie 525 Delta, or Charlie Delta. That's the same. Yeah, so it looks like the VCT units are the same, the bolts are the same, so nothing there changed parts wise, so the parts are the same. And then all this is as needed stuff, so this is the same. As needed. So this is all the stuff that you would use. Thermostat O-ring if needed. Yeah, so these components are all the same. Let's see here. It's a 10-hour job for the F-150s. For the Raptors, it's a 10-hour job. Expedition's a 10-hour job. And the Navigator's a 10-hour job. Man, they really cut us down on that stuff, and that's what pisses me off the most about these manufacturers, is a lot of times it takes way longer than this 10 hours to do this job. And this is one of the things that a lot of the shops and unions and stuff are fighting against, is the fact that the manufacturers do this. If it was customer pay, they'd be charging a customer like 17, 18 hours to do this job, but the manufacturer, they'll try to cut you 30, 40, 50%, and they won't pay you for actually doing the work. And that's when people end up making mistakes, because they're trying to rush so they don't lose time, and that's when they end up screwing up. And I think these manufacturers need to like wake up and realize that the customers are the reason why we have the jobs that we have, the businesses that we have, and have access to make the money that we make. Why are you shortcutting them? Because when you shortcut the tech and they have to work faster and speed up more, that leaves more room for error. When you want to charge the customer an extra 6 or 7 hours and get the job done nice and easy and get it done right and very, very clean, instead you have to rush because the manufacturer doesn't want to take care of their employees. I hate that. You know, that's something to think about. That's why the state of Illinois is the unions. Oh, look here, they cut down on the time too. They cut down on the time because now you don't have to reprogram the computer, so they brought the time all down like 3/10 because you're not reprogramming the computer on the new one. They don't want you messing with the computer. They just want you to replace the components. That's why. So labor times change, and they don't want you messing with the computer, but all the parts are the same. Replace the 4. Yeah, see down here, it actually spells it out right here. You can replace the intake gaskets if you see damage or you don't feel comfortable with it, but you can actually, it says you can actually reuse the intake gaskets, the high pressure fuel tube, and the VCT solenoid seals, spark plug tube seals on the old one. It says replace the 4 units and reprogram the PCM using the latest software and the appropriate Ford scan tool. Here it says replace all 4 VCT units, and that's it. You're not reprogramming the computer no more. So that's what they got rid of. They don't want that new 21B10 programming that they put in the computer. They don't want that in the new system. So the update is basically the same exact thing as the old part, except they don't want you reprogramming the computer anymore, because when we were doing these, when we were updating with the new components, every time we would do that, we would follow that new superseded TSB over there where we would reprogram the computer. And sometimes, you know, the customers would come back 10, 15, 20,000 miles later and say, why is it starting to rattle again? So maybe they actually found out that the programming that they were putting in the system was faulty to begin with, and this new 21B10 program was, it just add on, it was an addition to what they had that was even more faulty. So that's probably why all this is going on. They're saying keep the original data that was in there, but replace everything with the updated components. So that's the new April 14th update. Is they don't want you messing with the computer. They just want you replacing the components. That's it. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry you had to wait through this whole thing for me to investigate this. Somebody asked that the dealer doesn't know about the new update. So I was like, okay, I'll just grab the paperwork and let's go through both of them right now and see what the difference is. Because I had brought up there is a new date for the TSB, that something's been changed, and I was like, you know what, let's just do a video on it. Let's see what has changed between the September revision and the revision that came out on the 14th. Oh, it's the same thing, they just don't want you reusing a computer, or they don't want you reprogramming the computer, sorry. Yeah, thanks guys. Let me do a quick shot of the parts so you guys know for yourself what parts are getting changed. Any of these that say quantity get changed, but if they say as needed, that's up to the technician to decide whether or not he wants to change it. I'm going to do like a high up. Okay, so try to, I'm rebuilding a fuel rail for a 1.5 liter Ecoboost right here, because I actually am in the middle of doing a coolant intrusion recall where I've actually pulled apart the motor, took the old block out of this equation, put a new block in. It's an updated design so the motor doesn't eat coolant, and that's why you see the injectors and stuff sitting here, because I actually got to go through and rebuild with all new seals and stuff like that. Cut all these old seals off of there and then reinstall them, because I'm almost done putting the motor together right now. Oh, here we go. Just gonna go nice and slow. I'll probably go back and edit this video so people that don't want to sit through this whole thing and hear me talk about all this stuff can actually bypass all this and just get the meat of the only difference between the old TSB and this TSB is they don't want you messing with the computer. Sorry. And then for the technicians that are on my channel, there's your labor ops and your time that they're going to pay you, which is a joke, to do the job. Thank you guys. Be blessed, and if y'all have any more questions, please let me know.